Give you guys a little sneak peek of the underside of one of these. Obviously I have the A-arm protectors, if you're wondering what they look like installed and how they go. Sorry about the dirt, but I use my machine. So this is all pretty solid here, steel. When you get back here, this is all plastic. I mean, there's steel cross members in there. Looks like if you got a little carried away here, you could bend this. Looks like a brake line. So we'll wait for somebody to build maybe an aluminum one, or I don't know, something strong. I know the factory makes a high density plastic one that you can put on here, but I don't know how strong that would be. Seems like not a great place to run a hydraulic line. There's nothing from basically here all the way to here. So if you got hit a stump or a rock, boy, it'd be real easy to hit the coolant lines and everything else there. I'm not really sure why they wouldn't run that back across the cross member here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got an extra bolt that was just sitting up in there. Hopefully that's not anything important that was missed during assembly. Don't look like it fell down from anything of importance. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. Looks like they got a drive shaft loop up in there. You guys can kind of see up in there if she'll focus. You can see how the coolant lines come. You got a coolant drain right there. So if you're ever wondering where to drain your coolant at, this is the lowest part of the system. So right under here on the skid plate is two lines and two plugs. So you can drain your coolant there. Just throw a bucket under there. And looks like it's pretty easy to get at. What else we got under here? So yeah, just pretty much everywhere where you see the bolts is a cross member. In between there is just soft plastic. I figured I'd have a couple of scratches underneath here. But that brake line kind of is a little sketchy. I think you rock guys, or us guys that like to play on rocks and stuff, if we don't upgrade the skid plate, we might have an issue there. And I could be wrong. Maybe this plastic is stronger than what I think, but I don't know. Looks like it'd be relatively easy to fab a plate to go across here, even if that's all you did was put a plate to kind of protect a few things. Hopefully one of the aftermarket companies comes up with a nice skid plate. Obviously weight is an issue, so you know, this isn't a big deal back here under your motor. Yeah, right there is. That's your where you drain your engine oil, if you need to know. Obviously it says engine oil right there. So in relationship to the back, there's the back. Wow. There is a crossbar right here and right here, but I can barely get my finger in between the bottom of the crankcase or oil pan. Looks like an oil pan from what I can see here. I don't know if that's any different. Maybe it's a crankcase. But yeah, if you took a rock right there, that could be a bad day. So gotta keep that in mind. I've already taken a rock or two right here over on the side. I mean, obviously it would have to be a perfect rock to hit right there, but got a nice little pull point right here. I may rig something up to go in these holes that you can get a shackle on. I might make a bracket that goes across here, and so I can bolt a shackle to it so I can pull on stuff. Because actually, you can put this in a shackle, but if you're stuck in the mud, that'd kind of suck. Get into that. So yeah, just kind of an underview of it. See an in close up personal view of some things. Like I said, she's dirty. I don't really see anything else that's real scary to me. This doesn't have the crazy ball joint like the R's does on the trailing arm. Like the R's have like a ball joint that goes in where the control arm comes down, or I should say this, whatever you want to call it, the trailing arm comes down. This one's actually bolted, which seems like a little more robust. Yeah, I don't know. Seems all right to me. Need to get some type of rear bumper on this thing too, because it'd be real easy to back into a tree and crunch your exhaust. So need to do something with that. But yeah, mud kind of hides in there a little bit, I see. Yeah, hopefully aftermarket builds some kind of a skid plate for under here. Even if it's nice heavy duty aluminum, it'd be a lot better than this stuff. I mean, this stuff's probably pretty dang strong, but I doubt it would handle a hard hit from a sharp object. You know, the only thing I really care to see a hole for is your transmission, and probably some over here to clean it out. I mean, it's pretty full of mud as it is. There's not much you can do there. I don't know. I don't really know. Anyways, guys, you'd think they'd have made some steel. Like this is steel. It's already bent. I got a pretty good bend on that. But I hit some stuff while I was down there. A little up close personal look at how the underside looks. Anyways, kind of cool. Like I said, the rock sliders, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do here. It seems like it'd be pretty easy to build some type of a steel structure along these sides here, like boat side it like you do a Jeep. They call it boat siding. I mean, the steel is there, it's just hollow in between. So you could probably sheet that with, that's your fuel tank. You could probably sheet that with some, I don't know what would be, maybe aluminum. I don't really know, something to make it stronger for sure. I mean, you smack a rock with them are for sure getting broke. I mean, we'll find out. I mean, I'm definitely not afraid to take it in the rocks. So, but some interesting stats and stuff on it. I don't want to sound like I'm negative about the machine, but I'm just pointing out areas that I have concerns about with it. Obviously, I do this with any UTV that I bought, and I would put it up on here and kind of go over areas that I think are going to be problem areas and address them. So they all have their problems for sure. So this is probably the stuff that I'm pointing out for the average user probably wouldn't be a big deal, but the things that I like to do with my Jeeps, I'm going to do with this, and hopefully it's performs even better. So yeah, I'm just still a little spun out by them guys putting the shock mounts on the side of the trailing arm instead of on the top. I just I don't know. It just seems like you built all this extra stuff for nothing, just like all this extra so it can handle the shock load off the side. It seems like you'd want to put that on the top like the rest of the UTV manufacturers do. And you could save a little weight there. And if you go to a larger tire, you don't have this thing here. I actually, while I have the tire off, I may end up cutting this right free here. Kind of sucks to cut in a $300 set of sliders. They say Honda on them, so they're triple what they actually cost. But they definitely help. As you can see, this one's already scraped to shit. I bounced up a waterfall down there, and I had to bounce it pretty good. So you can see it hit the trailing arms right there. So they do their job. It didn't rip off. Otherwise, she'd have been scraped down to the steel for sure, because I bounced it about 4 times to get up it. So I can't complain about them things not doing their job so far. We'll see how they hold up over time. I don't know. It's going to be interesting here. I'll be doing my first service here probably after this weekend. And I'll probably clean it up real nice. So I'll be going over to Silver Lake for the following weekend. Well, kind of cool, you know, kind of looks cool underneath there. Just checking out the way it is, the build quality and extra stuff, and shit, they even throw in an extra bolt for me. So appreciate that, Honda manufacturers. Leave that bolt in there for me. Hopefully it was an extra one that they dropped during assembly and they couldn't find it. And not actually a bolt that is important, because that would be bad. So, but we got her up on the old hoist in the shop here. It's just a shit rainy day in Michigan. I think we got an inch of rain today. Just ridiculous. So, strip some things down. Looking at the snorkel, you know, the intake is up under the wheel liner. Up under that right there. And looks like it's gonna be real easy to snorkel these. The only people that have one out I don't like, is ugly as crap. So kind of wait and see what else people come up with. Maybe I'll just get a piece of aluminum. I actually have some aluminum from a turbo project. I can maybe just do my own. I don't know. I don't really have time to do that stuff right now. If it was the winter time, I would. So, but I wouldn't mind snorkeling it. I didn't see any of the vent lines. I'm gonna go over that. I wanna see where all the vent lines go to. And I think the axle one goes up to the frame and vents inside of the frame, which is cool. I may take that one up even higher. I don't know where, like, the crankcase, I assume, goes into the intake. I just haven't looked at that stuff. Looks like it's, you know, in the front. I don't know where that one goes to as far as being vented, and any of the transmission stuff. I see it here. Looks like that one goes up into the oh yeah, it goes up into the frame right there. Right, ooh, focus. Come on, sweetie. Right there. So that goes into the frame. I guess that's not bad. I don't really know if the frame could fill up with water. Seems like it'd be all right there. I don't really know. Guess we'll see. Everything looks kind of beefy on it. I don't see anything that sticks out, maybe other than these soft braided brake lines, but you know, we'll see how she goes. Have a good one.